Hi folks, welcome back to Delboy's Garage. This is going to be a quick video update, nothing more. I haven't got time to do anything constructive on Project Rat Trailer today because I've got to be at work in a couple of hours, get ready. Also I want to get this stuck on and uploading. I want to set something in motion, set something preparing for the next stage of the project, which is going to be the hooks and eyelets which I want to weld around it. And I want to show you what's happened with the bed liner, bit of an interesting turn up. I also want to show you some mail call, got a mail today, and a word about our friend Mark, who's been flooded out, and I'll just quickly deal with that first. Mark, second gen garage. Mark, I want to just say to you, mate, you know, God bless my friend. I hope that you're getting through it. If you don't know, if you've had your head in a bucket for the last 3 weeks or whatever, Mark got flooded out. Second gen garage, have a look, catch up on his last couple of videos. Poor bloke, the weather just conspired against him, flooded his entire home out, his garage and his life. It's just awful. I just almost cried when I saw it, mate. I couldn't believe it. What an appalling thing. You almost had it the other day. I remember there's people driving by when the walk was right up to your garage door, and then to see that, I just called Penny in and said, Jesus, Penny, you've got to watch this. Poor old Mark, look at it. You know, all the dry lining, all the plasterboards are ruined. Anybody who's ever been flooded out knows it takes years to get over it, past it. The basic damage, you can get that fixed, but the emotional damage that it causes, the devastation, it's awful. And Mark, the way you're dealing with it, mate, you're a trooper. I can't believe it. So well done to you, mate, and God bless. Me and Penny, we hope you get through it, and we hope that you can get past it, get everything fixed and get back to normal as quick as possible. If I wasn't 3,500 miles away like everybody else, I'd be straight on the bike, I'd be over there. Tell me what I need to do. We'd all be there to help you if we could. So that's it. Good luck, Mark. Hope you'll get over it soon, and we're watching. We're watching. Anything you want to say online, anything you need, my friend, anything I can help with this side of the pond, which is whatever it is, just give us a nod. Let us know. So that's that. Second one is a quick a mail call, so I'm going to show you that. I'll take you with me. Come and have a look. Just got some mail from my friend Stu, Fin Painter 1. Now Stu is a paint shop guy. He's actually got a pro paint shop, and if you ever want any proper paint shop tips, any proper information on how to paint, how to do it properly, then Stu's the guy. He's pretty cool, and that's a fantastic sticker. I love that. Back corner of a 57 Chevy. Is there anything more iconic than that? That's a great sticker. It's proper deco as well, I wish. That's great. Obviously, when I do get the time to get a board sorted, I'm going to put all these on a whiteboard so they're all sort of in the right order, and they're different shapes. Each one of them come in different shapes. Cigar Captain, got yours a little while ago. Tim, got yours still there. Cecil, that's brilliant, got yours as well. And of course my good friend Rob, Raspberry Fermenta. That's one of those in a magnet back, and I will find a correct way of sticking that on. So when I've got enough to cover the board, I'll put them in and arrange them so that they look good. Because the trouble is, you'll know, if you're putting them on boards and panels, you end up with a weird space you can't fill anything with. I don't want to overlap them because they all deserve their own space. So there we go. Thank you very much, Stu. I appreciate that. That's great. I'm glad you got the sticker as well. I'll get that up on the wall as soon as I get a chance to get it fixed up. Right, next thing is this bed liner. Quite amazing, really. This is what it's dried like so far. It's done its job. It is what it says on the tin. It is bed liner. Now on the sides where it was thinner, it is tacky, but in the base where I just troweled it in, it's still wet. Now this is something like, what was it, Sunday night I painted that on, and it's now Tuesday morning and it's still wet. It will dry because it's dried on the sides where it's thinner, but that's obviously too thick. I just troweled it in. And also what's happened in these grooves, it's kind of the bitumen paint has kind of bled out of from the rubber and filled up these grooves, which are the tongue and groove board grooves. So it's kind of a self-leveling screed as well, which is pretty cool. But I would say if you're going to put it on an undersurface, if you're going to paint it up underneath the car, then I would say you have to get that car over. If you can get it on a rotisserie, get it upside down, you get the most of it on. But then you probably wouldn't make your own bed liner because it's too much hard work. So that's where that is. And the last thing, just quick, is this here chain. Now with this chain, what I'm going to use is each of these oval links is going to get cut in half. Well, to get cut in half to make eyelets, I'm going to put eyelets on here for tying things onto. We're going to put some chain on this to match the bike, which has chain looped along it, so that will give us a place to loop that too. And obviously the practical proper hooks on the side just need to be hooklets, like a little tiny one of them to hook ropes or bungees or whatever onto. So that will be a case of cutting kind of here and then across here to give the top half of the hook, and then so I'll get 2 hooks out of each one. I need, working it out, I need 23, 24 or something separate hooks, which is 12 links. 20 odd links there. But before I can use that, what I'm going to do, my neighbour tells me, who gave me this is iron chain. He tells me it's apparently old wrought iron chain. It's about 1930, this chain. It's been on his old 30s tractor since it was new. It's pretty old stuff. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do the old molasses trick and get all the rust off it and actually kill all the rust, because being iron it will always rust, and I want to weld it, and anybody who's tried to weld rust knows it just doesn't weld nicely. So I'm going to get those molasses up, get the mixture made. Got my best bucket, or not, hot water, molasses, let's get it in there. Right, time for tea, said Golly. It's incredible that you can cure rust with this stuff, and yet you can also eat it. That is just mad. Hot water melts it better. And yeah, you can buy, again, you can buy proper molasses for the job, but black treacle is the same thing, it is molasses. Bit of hot water, that melts up nice. Might as well whack the rest in, do a proper job, because I ain't going to eat this, it's disgusting. It's like sweet Marmite. Right, that's about all of it. Right, and that's about it. Dump it on chain in. And distribute evenly. There we go. Right. It's sticky now. Oh, a tin for the paint mix. So there we go. That's about it. It's an update and everything. The bed line is okay. I'm sure that 72 hours on, I'm sure that it's okay. I think 72 hours, is it? Oh, crap at maths. It's a long time and it's still wet. It will dry. It's got a cure. It's not an epoxy process. There's no hardener or activator or anything. That it's just got a cure, and that's going to take time. So that will be cool, and I will eventually paint over it with some matte black backwood paint because it's too glossy at the minute. The chain's now doing, so that will sit there and cook in the molasses probably for the next 3 or 4 days. Get all that rust dissolved and eaten off, and then I can start working with that chain. Final thing I want to say, just very quickly, some of the comments in the last few videos have been about the things that I'm doing, especially about all the effort that it went into making that rubber powder. Someone said you can buy rubber powder on the net. Yeah, you can if I wanted 50 kilos of the stuff, and you said that too. So, you know, I only needed a little dustpan full, and it didn't take that long. It's quite nice actually. Oh no, it's not. The other side of it is, I could buy a lot of things. I am saving money everywhere. I know I go on and on about it, about I can do this for free, I'm using scrap for that. The reason for it is, it's a rat trailer. I'm into the rat and survival thing. If you don't know about that, if you've never been part of it, and I guess it's not as big a movement in the States as it is here in the UK and in Europe, but the rat and survival thing is about exactly that, survival. Surviving and making do with what you've got, using scrap, using things that are not meant to do the job, using things that are recycled from something else. and utilising them in a way that serves your purpose. I guess you could go further and say it's kind of the whole, much as I hate to say it, Mad Max kind of apocalyptic thing or post-apocalyptic thing where you're just surviving with what's around. And I think at the minute, if you watch the Paralympic closing ceremony, which I think most of the world did, that theme, if you looked at those vehicles and the flamethrowers and all the kind of rusty rat rod thing, it's called steampunk. If you Google steampunk, you'll see it. It's just a style thing. And rat rods, rat bikes, survival bikes, steampunk, it's all down the same line. It's all that kind of punky thing. And that's what it's about. So making my own bedliner out of a saw, a hacksaw blade, 3 nights work, and some bitumen paint is following the ethos of the survival bike thing. I could go and buy some. I'm not that hard up, but it's more fun, it's more satisfying, and it's cooler to go and do it this way. And I will continue to do that with this project. I'm also learning as I go. Notching, making a nice tight notch and welding it so that it's nice and perfect and it holds together. That's good practice for later, because I want to build a bike frame around an engine, and that's going to have to be very strong. So the notching's got to be good, so I'm practicing. So this is a test bed for many things, it's a learning bed for many things, and that's why I'm bothering to do these things when I could do it easier. Yes, I could have used a machine saw to saw that stuff up, but I don't have one. I use what I have. Again, that's the whole rat and survival bike ethos. So there it is. That's an explanation as to why I'm doing it like this, if you wondered. And looking at the comments, quite a few of you do. But there it is. That's all for now. I'm going to stop waffling and upload this. So again, last word to Mark, Second Gen Garage. I hope everything gets back on its level side and that you all get back to normal as quick as possible, my friend. And we're all thinking of you. So take it easy, ride and drive safe, and I'll see you next time.